like an Alfred Hitchcock movie. I can't even talk.
What is going on, folks? Thanks for tuning into the channel. This has been quite a doozy of a day. So I got here about 2 hours ago and I got booted out of my camp spot. And I was kind of irritated because I was pretty much set up, and this couple showed up with the RV and said they had the spot, and I thought I had the spot. It was a great spot right by the lake. Get some swimming in today, and ended up checking my reservations, and yeah, I was wrong. I was supposed to be here last night. So I had to go up to the office and I kind of got stuck here. So I don't know how this is gonna work out, gang. I'm really close to 2 other spots. It's dead empty, but if someone else shows up here, I might just end up going home because we're literally on top of each other here. It won't be very fun. And this is, I believe, the hottest day in Texas here. In fact, so you guys know I'm not kidding. Is that gonna show up? That says 109 degrees. 109, guys. It is brutally hot. I would be lying if I said I didn't have second thoughts as soon as I got out here when I started setting up camp the first time. At least this spot actually has a little bit more shade than the other spot, but no lake access, really. There's a lake way back there behind all the trees, but it's almost just too hot to even walk around. So we're gonna try to make do, try to make the most of this little trip. It took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get here. So we're gonna make the most of it. It is hot, but my wife bought me this thing. It's a Mission cooling towel, and it actually seems to work pretty well. You wet it and kind of snap it a few times, and it seems to work. It might just all be in my head, but I guess it's better than nothing. So I've got a few more things to kind of set up. I'm gonna get the Starlink set up. Hopefully, if I can get a decent view of the north sky. I got quite a few trees behind me, but we're gonna try to kind of snake it through, let this tent cool down, because I have a feeling I might be in this tent a little bit earlier than normal tonight with the weather the way it is, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, stay tuned, gang. So yeah, definitely not the most scenic or the best camp spot I've ever had, but we'll try to make the best of what we have. So let me get you set up here. I guess in a way I got kind of lucky because the first camp spot that I was at, my camera kept overheating, and I was saying that I had a memory card error after it overheated, so none of my setup got recorded. So I don't know how long these cameras are gonna last out here in the heat, so we'll just see how it goes. But I've got a few things so you guys know, and this reminds me, I'm going on my Ozarks trip in October. I have talked to Brandy88 or Brand88. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. He has been in contact with Ben over at Semper Gumby, so we're good there. The only person I have not heard from is Family Man Camping Adventures. He was the second winner, so Family Man Camping Adventures. If you are watching, contact me or leave a comment on this video, and I will give you Ben's contact information so he can send you all the information for the Ozarks trip. If we can't get a hold of you by, I think, the end of this month, Ben's gonna pull one of the alternates that he picked for the channel, from this channel, if we can't hear from you, but you won, so I sure would like for you to go. So if you happen to be watching this, or if anybody knows Family Man Camping Adventures, let him know we need to get in touch so we can give you the information. But with that said, from now until then, I'm gonna be trying out a few different things that I'm gonna be taking with me on that trip to make sure that it works before we get all the way out in Arkansas and things kind of go awry. But I'm definitely gonna be excited about the 78 degree highs, 51 degree lows at night. Ugh, that sounds fantastic. But I finally got a bigger table, because I do have a really small kind of portable table that I keep in this big rigid box, but I wanted a bigger table because I know I'm gonna need a bigger table out there for all my goodies. So we're gonna be setting that out tonight, and then I need a big cooler for 3 3 nights worth of food, breakfast, lunch, all that good stuff. So I brought the biggest cooler that I have that I don't typically take with me on these little camping adventures because they're usually just 1 night. But I'm gonna test out this Bouge 12-volt cooler just to make sure. Mainly I wanted to test it out because it does have a battery on it. And this has got like a 175 watt hour little battery that comes in it. So I'm gonna test it out here. I'm gonna unplug it from everything. So we're completely unplugged. And the battery is on. I don't even know what time it is, but I'm gonna see if it's gonna be running it by in the morning because I can hook up a solar panel to this in the Ozarks, a 100-watt panel, and I'm hoping it's gonna kind of keep this thing recharged. And of course, I'm gonna have my battery stations with me to keep it running if, you know, the solar panels and stuff don't work. But I just wanna see if this thing, this is one of the reasons I don't carry it with me on these little trips, is because it is so big. It's 55 quart. But it should be good today because this aluminum shell kind of reflects some of the heat instead of the other coolers, how they kind of absorb the heat. So it might not be a bad idea, but it's a big cooler and I got a ton of stuff. Oh, I might just stick my head in here. Do an entire camping episode with my head stuck in a cooler. That would be amazing. I need a towel. So this was in the shade for a while. We're now down to 105. We're getting there. I'm gonna put it right here so we can kind of keep an eye on the weather. Where's my towel? Okay. I do have to keep getting this thing wet though, because I think that's what makes it cool, is the evaporation or something. Not exactly sure how these things work, but let's get the Starlink set up. I am gonna run the Starlink different tonight because I had a lot of people ask me on the video that I ran the Starlink with the battery, how many watts did it use? And I don't really know. I know that it used 3% of my battery, my 12-volt battery. So I'm just gonna run my Starlink directly off of the AC plug and a battery station tonight to give you guys a better idea of how much power that mini Starlink actually uses. And I'm gonna watch a movie tonight. I might do a FaceTime with the wife, depending on if I pass out or not, who knows? But I'm gonna be running the Starlink with, again, with the battery station to kind of give you folks a better idea. And I'm gonna cut you off right now because I can tell you're getting hot. Whew. All right, so I'm actually gonna do a whole video, I think, on this channel, on this mini, because I just ended up getting a whole plethora of mounts. Also, I kind of went crazy on the Ram mount website, and there's a lot of different ways you can mount this mini, and I don't want to go over it on this video. It's just going to take forever. But last video, I just ran a 12-volt battery off of this little contraption that I bought. But tonight we're going to use the actual supplied Starlink. This is a 50-foot cable to their AC adapter. And where you get in trouble with this 50-foot cable is there's so much voltage drop through 50 feet of that cable. It goes typically below 12 volts, which will not run this. So that's why I'm going to use this cable with the actual AC inverter and see how it works tonight. But yeah, I'm going to show you folks all kinds of stuff that I got for it. I got this Ram mount with a T-slot that can go in the back of there, and it's got a ball head that you can finagle it any which way you want. I got a couple of different ball heads. I actually even got a suction cup mount. Anyway, I'm going to go over all that here in a future video. What we're going to be running it tonight is one of these Bluettis that I have. This is the AC70, and if you guys watch my other channel, this has been the best power station in terms of efficiency that I've ever had. It did a phenomenal job. So we're going to be using that tonight, and it's at 100%. I know you guys can't see it, but hopefully by now you guys trust me. So we are at 100% on that battery. So I'm going to go ahead and get this Starlink untangled, plugged in. I'm going to kind of go set this down over here so I can hopefully get a decent clear view of the northern sky. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a view of it, but we'll try. Just going to set it right there. get her plugged in. Get that AC cut on. It's hot. I'm not even running anything, and as soon as I got this thing on, the fans go. Wow, see, look at that, 82 watts right now, pulling that. That's just what it takes to get this thing booted up and started. But yeah, that's quite a bit, 85 watts. So I'm gonna go grab my phone and get this Starlink hopefully aligned, and we'll have some internet tonight. All right, well, good news, we're online, and of course, the thing's downloading an update. The alignment's good. I was worried about these trees, but I guess I got a clear enough view of it. So we're online, and with the AC adapter, it's pulling 50 watts right now, in case anyone cares. Now it's down to 28, so it kind of fluctuates. There, 53, 50, 28. Does all kinds of weird things, but we're working. See here, I am online, and we can go into alignment. She's happy. So obviously, I don't need a table this big for my little Starlink, but this thing is built very well, very well. And I'm actually really happy with it. It should do great in the Ozarks. I'll be able to put my stove, my Jetboil, all my cooking stuff on there instead of, you know, the back of my truck, which I kind of start to run out of room, which is why I wanted a bigger table. But let's do a little bit of exploring here. I don't know how much I can get back here, but I can see water. Looks kind of gross back here. We'll figure it out. Look at all these deer tracks. Oh yeah, that's mud. I'm not going back there. It's so close, but so far away. Wonder if we can go. This must have been underwater not too long ago when he had all the rain, because it's still really mushy back here. That's what's going to be crawling down from the trees tonight to tell me hi in the tent, I'm sure. Man, ticked him off. Yeah, this is just pure mud. I don't feel like getting... With it being this hot, I'm surprised that this is not dried out better. I can't remember what these are called that attack these trees, but it is These spider webs are everywhere. Probably not coming through on camera, but that's enough exploring for me for today. I'm literally, I can't even see through my glasses because I got so much sweat dripping down on the lens. But let's head back up here to camp and figure out what to do until dinner. Here we are. Really looking forward for that sun to go down to at least give me a little bit of shade right here. But I'm gonna sit here and gulp down as much water as I can and still leave me enough for coffee in the morning. And we'll get dinner going here in just a little bit. I found this Stanley, I can't remember what they call it. I think they call it like the everything box. I absolutely love it, man. It is built like a tank. I bought 2 of them on Amazon, but I'm keeping this one for kind of all of my kitchen gadgets and forks and salt and pepper and whatnots. But it's perfect for 2 sandwiches, really, if that's what you want it for. But you can use your imagination what to use it for. But they're really cool little boxes, and they just kind of have little latches that hold this lid down. But typical Stanley toughness. You guys are gonna have to excuse the lack of cooking here recently, but when it's 110 degrees outside, I literally just don't even feel like cooking. So we're getting hamburger helper tonight. She's still cooking. Let's see. I think we're done cooking. I'm just gonna kind of let it sit here and thicken up just a little bit. I know this isn't real cooking, I get it, but again, it is so immensely hot out here right now, guys. It's just, it didn't really feel like a lot of fun. And I'm not a big hamburger helper fan at all, but perusing through the grocery store this week, I saw it, and it just called my name. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. But it's gonna be hot for a while, so I guess I can go and clean up some of these pots while that kind of cools down, and we'll check back in. A good little beat to the water. Hamburger helper, guys. Gourmet. It tastes exactly what you think beef stroganoff hamburger helper would taste like. But it's not terrible. It's easy, and it's gonna fill me up, so. Oh, forgot to tell me I had my glasses on my hat. They survived. Well, we got dinner wrapped up, got my dishes clean, put away. Now we're really just kind of waiting on that giant heat ball up there to go down a little bit, because I do have that new tripod torch that I bought. I got it set up. Obviously it's not for heat. It's the last thing that I need, but I figured it'd be kind of cool to test it out here tonight and see how it works. But as it stands now, it's still, I think it's like 300 degrees here in the shade. We're sitting at 97. So we are warm. Oh, while I was here, so this cooler, if anybody cares, I think it's been running for about 4 hours now in 105-degree heat. And I got 2 bars still on the battery. So that's not too bad. I'm betting that in normal temperatures for most people, when it's around 70 or 80 or 90, you'll get much longer run time. And then as far as my Starlink is going, let's give that a go. Let's see what we're doing here. So let's see, 87%. And what's funny is that Starlink watch, it's 50 watts and it's gonna go down to like 25, 30, 52. So it's real kind of staggery with what it uses. But I guess it's when it's pinging the satellites or something. I'm not sure, I'm not a Starlink pro, but the thing's pretty sweet. And I probably just blocked it for a few minutes. So I'm sure it's not happy, but here we got that little tripod torch set up. Neat little gadget. I got my little 10-pound propane tank chair, and we are good to go. So I might even hop up in that tent for 20, 30 minutes and catch some AC, and then come back out here and enjoy that fire when it gets a little bit cooler, when it gets to 94 degrees outside. That sounds a little better than it does right now. So yeah, we'll check back in here soon. Oh, gang, I think kind of wrapping up this evening's camping festivities. Had to change shirts. My other shirt was just absolutely soaking wet. But I think I'm going to enjoy some of this, hopefully, nice crispy cold fruit. Now I'm far enough back to where I can't even feel the heat. But I think this little tripod torch definitely has a really cool flame on it. It's almost like a Christmas tree form when it's not windy. Oh, that cold fruit tastes so good. Naturally, as I get up to move the camera, I think about 5 deer just came screaming through my camp spot. I think it was those deers that I might have just showed you. They were right across the street, but I mean, they were within probably 8 or 9 feet. They just screamed right through here, right past that green bush right there, down to the lake. And of course, wasn't recording, but I don't think I'm gonna make it too much longer out here tonight. Being out here in this heat for so long, I'm pretty drained, pretty tired. At least that's what I tell myself. I think I'm just excited to get up there in the cold tent and call it a night. Well, gang, that's gonna do it for me for this evening. I am tired of sweating, and I'm ready to get up there in that nice ice cold tent and head to bed. We got more deer running. It's not even worth me turning this GoPro around. You'll never see it, but anyway, gang, just I don't know. It was fun. It was super crazy hot, but I knew that coming out here, so I'm not gonna complain about it. But I'm not gonna be able to camp probably until the end of August now. But we got a really busy schedule with the kids and my wife and me and work. for the next few weeks. So I definitely wanted to get out here and at least get one more little trip in. And I picked a good day. I picked 100, I think this is the hottest day so far in Texas, but it sure did feel like it. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna get up in the tent. We'll see you in a minute. Oh, I thought I brought my towel in here. Guess I did not, but it feels so good in here. In fact, let me have a thermometer here somewhere. Oh, it's right behind me. 71 degrees inside this tent. That's 30 degrees cooler inside this thing than it is out there in that really nice environment outside. I kind of think I fried my brain a little bit on this trip. I can't get my sentences together. But anyway, I'm not even gonna open up my blanket right now. I don't think I'll end up needing it tonight, but right now, just soaking this up feels so good. And I'm kind of panicking a little bit because I am so thirsty and I messed up. I didn't bring enough water. I could drink this whole thing right now, but I don't want to have any water for coffee in the morning. So I got some decisions to make. Because I can tell I'm dehydrated by the color of you-know-what of what I just did. It was like fluorescent green. Anyway, told you my brain's fried. Like I said, the rest of this month's really, really crazy. My kids start back to school next week. And lucky for me, we get to go back to school shopping tomorrow. And again, lucky for me, my wife told me that I think it's either Kohl's or Target or I don't know. So one of the stores opens at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning for some kind of back to school special. So guess where I get to be at 7 a.m. tomorrow? So I got to get out of here as usual pretty early. Probably, well, I need to be out of here before sunrise. If I don't, I'm going to be late. Gang, actually tonight, I'm going to end up watching that Land of Bad movie. It was what I was telling y'all I downloaded last week, and I got about 5 minutes into it, and I cut it off and went to sleep. So I don't even know how that movie is, but y'all said it was pretty good, so I'm going to watch that tonight. And we'll see you in the morning. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you here in just a few hours. So see you in the morning. Well, good morning, everyone. It is bright and early. I gotta get away from these bugs. 4:42 in the morning. So like I said, I gotta make a pretty quick getaway this morning. Make sure I get home in time. I gotta get away from all these bugs. Holy cow. So I'm gonna get these lights cut off and get camp put away, and we'll check back in here in just a little bit. Yeah. Man, I don't remember bugs being quite this bad in a long time. I keep inhaling them. Jeez. All right, I gotta move you folks. The bugs are just too bad. Goodness gracious. You guys see all those bugs flying around? This is insane. It's like that Alfred Hitchcock movie. I can't even talk. Bugs keep getting in me. Well, gang, not the typical getaway that I would prefer, but I got to get home. The tent's put up. I know you probably can't even see anything, but I had to put my flashlight over here to try to get some of these bugs away. I can't even talk to you guys right now. These little gnats are so bad. But all right, that's enough eating bugs. We'll see you folks soon on the next adventure. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and take care.